welcome to my channel. Well, as you can see, I got a new knife. This is a CJRB Pyrite, and I've looked at this knife before. I like the blade shape, the fullers, just the button lock, the overall design of it. This is a Kalashnikov in what they call the Desert Warrior. It has that same kind of like copper type of finish. You can see this clip point is a little bit more aggressive, you know, like more pointy. I don't know. Anyway, that's what attracted me to this knife, was the looks of it. Man, it's, I don't know, some people might think that's gaudy and everything, but man, this is just like a classy knife. Now, you can open it with the, fuller if you want. You can use the thumb studs. When I do that, there's just a little bit of stick on the button lock when I go like this and hit it hard. It has a little bit of resistance, and then it, engages or disengages or whatever it's supposed to do. But it works fine. But I really like just the looks of this knife. Now, of course, it's, I had similar, type of stuff. I had this already, and it's a button lock. It's automatic. The handles are a little bit thicker on this. Also, what's different about this one is these are steel handles. They're not aluminum. It feels smooth, but kind of grippy. I mean, it doesn't have any texture like these guys. Now this is one where the blade length is supposed to be like 3.11, but the cutting edge is 2.88 or something. I'll put the specs up. If you're in one of those places where it has a 3-inch blade length, just check your laws and make sure it says that what they consider a blade is the cutting edge, because it could be different. This thing could be legal or illegal depending on what your laws say. Here in Texas, we don't have to worry about that. You can, just button lock it open. Yeah, I really like this thing, man. It's smooth. Because these are not aluminum, it has a little bit of a weight to it, but not too much. That's why I got the scale out here. I wanted to compare the weights amongst them. But yeah, I've been looking at this knife off and on for a while, and like I said in a video on my members chat, I was talking about how I didn't do my normal process for buying a knife. The normal process is usually I see it in a video or somewhere else, and then I watch a bunch of YouTube videos on it. A bunch of different people try to get their impression, whether they like it or not, and stuff like that. But this one, I think I had seen it advertised in Smoky Mountain Knife Works or Atlantic Knife or something. But when I saw this, I got this one from Blade HQ, but when I saw this coloration scheme and everything, I went, wow, man, this is just really a classy looking knife. Finger choil here. This is that AR-RPM9, which I looked it up, and from what I can tell, it's supposedly a powder spray form of 9CR18 MOV, which is similar to 440C or somewhere around there. I'm just trying to give you rough estimates, as the edge retention ability and everything else. I think the only thing it gained by being powder spray was that there's a little bit more toughness to the blade as opposed to just regular 9CR, but I really don't know a lot about that steel. I had to look it up. But yeah, this is what got me, man, is just the appearance. I love a fuller. They call it an opening, it's not a nail nick, but it's a fuller. But what's good about that, if you're it's got the thumb studs are high enough for me that when I do this, my my thumb never contacts the edge of the blade. That's usually what I don't like about thumb studs, is depending on the thickness of the blade here and everything, when I go to deploy, depending on the resistance and everything else, sometimes my thumb will fall off the thumb stud and try to push on the blade as it's going, and you know, I haven't cut myself doing that, but it's close to the edge. Let's put it that way. Old Yes song. But yeah, I really like this knife. So let's see how much it weighs. We're in some weird mode here. Well, that's ounces. 3.77. They gave a different weight. They said 2 point something, which can't be right. 2.5. So that's the Elementum. 3.6. So it's closer to the, even heavier than the Kalashnikov, and that's mainly because this is aluminum, and I think these are aluminum liners also, which, you know, saves weight. But 3 3/4 ounce ain't too bad, you know, to carry this. I've noticed that this clip right here, I've got this one seemed to engage a little bit easier on clothing, you know, get it started a little bit easier because of that ramp. And the downward part, I never had it snag on anything. This type, I don't know if it's going to snag on anything. Mainly I say that because I've got a cover on the recliner that's a loose knit type of stuff. And I've had flashlights, you know, clips like this. I've had, not like this, but a clip that comes up. I've had flashlights snag a loop and pull either the clip off or the flashlight out of my pocket. So I mean, that's just a, you know, a unique individual type of thing. But yeah, this is really, I like this blade shape too, because I mean, basically we've got the same cutting length. We've almost got the same size of knife, but the blade shape and the appearance, you know, that's really what got me on that. I wasn't really, you know, like this one's S35VN, which is a little bit better steel than this stuff in theory, but I really wasn't concerned about blade steel. And they make these in S90V also, and it goes for almost $100. I think this one was 56 or 55. But yeah, I like this guy. I really like it. It's smooth and flat. It's less than ½ an inch according to the specifications. I'll get my all my batteries got whacked on my. I'm just gonna go with the manual caliper here. Yeah, so it's 0.4 tenths of an inch, so it's less than ½ an inch. Let's see what this guy, you think he's even smaller. No, it's actually thicker. Wow. 4.3 or 0.43. Yeah, it's 0.43 because this would be an inch out here. That'd be ½ inch. So we're dealing in tenths of an inches and stuff, but this is actually slender, a little bit thinner, and that helps. Let's check the. This won't do it in millimeters, so you're just gonna have to deal with. You're gonna have to deal with the American system. Looks like maybe almost 11 thousandths. Let's see what this guy is. I think he's a little thicker. Yep, thicker blade. 0.2. What in the hell did I grab? Get in there and do this right. Alright, about the same. Looks like 0.11 or so. 0.01. We'll look at the specs and get it accurately. But yeah, I really like it. And that was my blade budget for the month. I had to cut it down a little bit because of bills and everything. But this one's fidgety, man. You can really play around with it, and it's got a classy appearance, I think. I tend to go for the weird kind of, the non-standard colors sometimes. This is a good one too, but like I said, he's a little bit thicker in the handle, and I carry them, like I rotate. I had been going back to this one just because, I mean. But this guy's great. A little bit heavier in the pocket, but that's alright. It doesn't feel bad, in the hand. It doesn't feel excessively heavy or anything like that. So, there you go. I know there's a lot of other reviews out on this and everything. I just wanted to give you my first impressions. And I like it, man. I really like it. And if you don't like this kind of color, they make them in, all different kinds of colors and everything else. And let's give a little cut test here. Let me get a piece of paper. Thank you, gracias. Yeah, I opened this, it was a bill. I opened that bill up with this thing and it just glides through. Oh, I also wanted to say, the factory grind, edge grind on this thing is fantastic. I mean, you rarely get, I feel a little bit of a roll here on this tip. Just a little bit of a burr. Like I said, I haven't stropped this thing at all. I don't know if you can see that. A lot of times, if you look at the tip of your blade like this, you can get an idea of how well they did the apex just by looking at it. It's pretty close. Pretty close. You can also look at it here. A lot of times they'll mess up when they come to an edge. It'll get wider. It'll flatten out or something. The angle will change, basically. It's pretty hard not to do that if you're sharpening it to get that to happen. But yeah, there you go. Don't want to go too long rambly on this, but yeah, it's great on paper. Goes through it like nothing. Now this, because of that choil, you can't do this. You can't go in and pull down and cut. You've got to remember, you've got a finger choil there, which that's why some people prefer not to have one of those, because when you stick it in, let me put one knife down. Don't want to cut myself live on TV. So you can stab this one in. And you can go pretty much down there. That'll guide it, You have to have your finger up there. Just a little difference between a finger choil and non-finger choil, and how you cut, all that. But yeah, this thing's sharp right out of the box. Great looking knife. Pretty decent price. I think I paid, like I said, $55, $56. And I'm happy with it. Nice little lanyard hole there for you. Recessed screws. Deep carry. Deeper carry than the Elementum. As you can see, it sticks up a little bit more. This guy does pretty good on deep carry too. The Kalashnikov series. So there you go. I haven't ordered the knife for this month. This is not it. It's not the giveaway knife or anything. So there's no magic words or anything like that, because this one's mine. Yeah, but it's a very nice knife and kind of classy looking. Some would say gaudy, but personal preference, really. What you find attractive or not. But yeah, I really like this one. So there you go. That's my little first impressions of this knife. I'll be carrying it, and if I have any issues with it, I'll let you know. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.